Everybody, it's Victor. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. I hope you all had a fantastic start to your early weekends here. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes, putting us now at only 24 away from the 5 or Die challenge. And remember, if any one of these videos gets over 6,000, 9,000, 10,000 likes, we'll be doing those victory laps accordingly through those milestones and beyond. I mean, who knows? The sky's the limit because it's going to be a dangerous and crazy run. That's all I know. It's going to be crazy either way. So thank you very much to Painter D&D W40K for this theme of the day with Gemini and Neo. Yep. The title thread was episode 1224, Matrix Dodge. Yep. Give me another chance, and I will not miss, because who knew that Bob's Rotten Head would go straight through the that gap there. Who could even do that on their first try? I wouldn't be able to replicate that if in a million years. Charlie 7, Quebec 7, Alpha Sierra Romeo 4. We've got the 1-up and my little unicorn, which I'm just going to use in here because I'm not dealing with burning Claudies in the first room. You know, we've got good everything here. Movement speed is not where I'd like it to be, but you know, off of only 300ths of a point, a movement speed is not going to be the end of the world for us. At least I hope not, anyway. But you know, we can make up the difference of that survivability or lack thereof by us having, guessed it, unicorn, my little unicorn, giving us the ability to run into enemies and deal with damage. I didn't even see that there was an invisible champion right here, dude. That was something right there. I wouldn't mind getting, if we can get an early piggy bank, that would be a deal, but it's not something I'm going to be banking on anytime soon. But yeah, all of our stats are great. Not happy about losing that so hard. See if we can get something back here. Maybe we'll be able to hopefully get an HP upgrade. Something like that. I mean, even a basic HP upgrade would be fine for now. I'm not going to go into the second chest yet, unless we get a second key. So let's see what we get from the boss. We do have a full charge on my little unicorn. It's going to be Ragman. Ragman's not going to really have a chance against my little unicorn. Just going to run into Isaac, and Isaac's going to run into him, and that's that. We do get ourselves movement speed and range upgrade here thanks to Roid Rage. So the only stat that we really had a slight issue with has already been sort of rectified here. Our tears rate's awesome. 3.20 for the tears is just beautiful. It might be worth it for us to open this golden chest if we can go get piggy bank and, you know, hopefully to pay out for us. It didn't. That's pretty much the thing that I didn't want to happen was us getting a tarot card or a useless trinket or something like that. We got a bomb. I know the secret room's here. Or not. I guess I actually should have known that the secret room wasn't there because that's the same room that we bombed those golden chests in, so it couldn't have been in there. As much as I want to be reckless with this HP, if we still had 2 HP, I would do it. I would go down to 1 HP, but since we don't, I can't go into the curse room. Obviously, without risking the life. Extra life, which we're going to need for the devil deal on floor 2. So as much as it pains me, we're not gonna be able to do it this time around. I will take the devil card for the next floor though, and hopefully we'll lock in that devil deal and yeah, get something good. Now we go to the question of the episode, coming in from the Rock Bottom by God episode. Sent in here, sent here by Never Midget from the YouTube comment section. Of course, question of the episode, or the question of the day says, question of the day, why not take $3 bill with Rock Bottom? I know you're not a fan of certain effects like Fire Mine, but other effects can give you some solid stat ups. Do you think the risk versus reward is still not worth it? Yes, I do still think that the risk versus reward is still not worth it. Even for the inconvenience of being hit by Fire Mine with Rock Bottom, there's no reason to take it with Rock Bottom, especially considering if you look at the situation that we were in on that run, I don't remember exactly when $3 bills showed up, but I'm pretty sure that the stat ups that we would have gotten would not have made a difference due to our damage floor being so high. So in order for us to really gain any benefit out of that, we need our stats to be pretty low in terms of tiers, in terms of movement speed, in terms of shot speed, in terms of damage. And that is not something that, in my opinion, is worth having the danger of having like a rock bottom fire mine run. You think about how often we find ourselves having a lot of tiers, and the proc rate, especially if you're talking about luck that doesn't go down, a luck rating either. That's another factor to consider. Imagine how many procs we're going to be facing with Firemind and a rock bottom induced tiers rate. You're going to be seeing it often, and way more often than you're going to be able to out tank it. It doesn't matter how much damage you're doing; it's just not worth it. So why take the risk? It is something. I'm not going to get debated into that again. It is something that it can benefit you. If we had host hat, I would definitely consider it. Can get that last coin there. 5 cents. We might be able to get another soul heart. Although another soul heart wouldn't really matter. I would like to get a bomb though. Ooh. Ooh. The coupon, if we can get that. If we can get the coupon, that would allow us to get a free devil deal item and then also take another devil deal. So how are we going to get 10 cents? Hopefully we get lucky and we just get some money. But yeah, that's the short and skinny of it, is that it's still not worth it. With rock bottom, why risk a surefire guaranteed good thing just so you can get slightly more stats, but a huge downside of Firemind. To me it doesn't make any sense. Now if you want to be aggressive and you want to go for the risky movement, or you want to go for the risky move, then sure. It's up to you, but that's no thank you. Not for me. Again, if we had explosion immunity, then that's another thing entirely, obviously. But Firemind is still just a trash tier effect that is not worth it. You know, there are certain unlosable situations or winnable situations. Let's take that back. There are certain unlosable situations that you can find yourself in where it doesn't matter what tier effect you have. But if you want to play it safe and you don't want to really risk, but have the hassle of being risky and stuff, then don't bother. It's just not worth it. Not sure how this is going to work out, but we're going to try to pull on some strings here. So I'm going to buy the bomb. I'm not going to bomb the donation machine. I'm going to go over here and get this golden chest, but also try to hit this pot. Try to get money. Get a charge key. And we didn't get our bomb back, but we got a nickel. The only way that we could get in there, that we can get this at this point, is to get a bunch of money or bombs in the secret room. Now, I would say that this was the wall until I saw this spike here. So this is telling you, hey, the secret room can't spawn here because it's obstructed. This is also telling you that, hey, the secret room can't spawn here, it's obstructed. So we know that the secret room is not to the left or right of this room, meaning that it's most likely going to be that one. Yeah, that's pretty much the only place that would make sense. It could be above the sack room shuffle here, but we don't have a bomb anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's gonna happen, team. I would love to have gotten coupon, but it is what it is. Now we could, if I end up not using the Milo Unicorn, we could use My Little Unicorn to get 7 cents over those spikes. Go back, pick up the sack in the shop, and hope for bombs. So, man, I don't see a reason to pick this up, but I'm going to. Could also use this to go play the sack room shuffle. Yeah, and we take both of these. So we would have left with both of these anyway. So this will not kill us because the pact is going to give us 2 HP. Then we can go back here. It gives us a very nice damage and tears upgrade, obviously. We go to the curse room, but we're not done yet. We're still pulling on strings here. So we have to hope for bombs. Got a single bomb. Now, there is almost no way that we're going to get 15 cents out of this. We would have to get 15 cents out of bombing the Keeper. The thing is that this is not guaranteed. It's a 50-50 shot for that to be a secret room, for that right there. We know that it's not there based on the other room. It could, oh, man. This is indicating that it's here. That would be a truly diabolical place to put it. Okay. Get 7 cents back. Yeah, we're gonna come up a bit short. We get a dime here or something, or a bomb would have also helped us, but it is what it is. What can you do? Unless we might. I mean, we might as well, right? I tell you what, Crooked Penny, if you pay out here, I'm gonna keep you for the rest of the run, or until I find something better. So this is your shot here, son. Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like going back and getting Milo and Unicorn, but don't. You're cooked, Crooked Penny. And curse the XL. Our floor 3s have been so disappointing so far in November. It's not normal November. There you go. Not normal November. I can't, you know, we can just get 2 or 3 is fun. Why can't we just get a normal, just payout rates for devil deals? You know, a normal, regular, non-cursed floors for floor 3. Come on. Gotta be something there's gotta be something going on here. What would be insane, and this is something that I brought to Zombolis for an idea for Crooked Penny. And I think that would make it way more viable. I mean, Crooked Penny, it can be incredible. It can be the best item in the game. It can be the worst item in the game. But one thing that I think would be fun and interesting to do for Crooked Penny specifically, and only Crooked Penny, would be leave the functionality as it is. It either doubles the items and stuff on the floor, or it gives you a cent. I think it would be cool to give it even more of a gambling nature, to say, how about on top of what it does already, why not make it affect enemies in the room? So it can either be used to turn all the enemies into one singular penny, or if it works out not in the player's favor, it can double the enemies, including bosses, in the room. Now, if you happen to double, nice. If you happen to double the bosses, it should pay out with a second boss item. But if it fails, if your doubling fails with a Crooked Penny, it will not give you any boss item. You'll just get a penny and that's it. Like, super huge risk reward, you know. I think that would be cool. It could either be an execute all, turns into 1 penny type deal, but you can use it to clear difficult rooms and stuff, or it will double everything in the room, including enemies, making it that much harder on the player. But you could use it to your advantage. You could also double bosses. I think that would be insane. That'd be really, really cool to double your rewards. You know, for the gamblers out there. Yes, I turned on external information mods again. So many people missed the mod, man. I personally do not miss it. I don't. I like having the cleaner presentation, not a novel's worth of text on the left side. Not saying that it's a bad mod, of course, because it is a staple. You know, there are rumors going around that we're going to see it integrated into Isaac. I don't know if that's true or not. To my knowledge, no one at Nicholas has confirmed that happening. So take the rumors with a grain of salt, as you should always do anyway, and that includes for anything. Can't believe everything you read online. These days, you can't even believe anything that you see online. Seeing if they had a curse room. Let's go fight the bosses here. Yeah. See, this would be one of those times where I'd be like, yeah, I'll double the item pedestal. Because I don't care if I lose an Orbital, that doesn't mean anything. But if we get double Meat Boy, then sure. Wow. Way downtown, Pestilence. Okay. There must have been a shot that was sent that I did not see. Blind to it. I was too busy focusing on the Ipecac shot, and maybe one of the worms got a shot off. Yep. Hey, well, at least we get 2 soul hearts. Yeah, we'll just have one down. We gotta try to get boss rush here. The reason why we're putting more of an emphasis here is because anybody, raise your hand if you know. Because of the XL floor. That's right. We need to make sure we get that lost value back, because we obviously already got robbed of not a guaranteed double deal, but an almost guaranteed double deal that we would have had on floor 4. So we need it is our responsibility now to make up that difference. Great card, death card, world card. There we go. I will take the chariot card. I will bomb this for a nickel. So there's a whole lot of space here. Sure, I'm not sure what this is. This looks like this looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like one person swinging around someone else. Either by way of, like, you know, like a figure skating thing. Like we're on the person's right arm here. This is the end of their right arm sticking out straight. And then the opposite end of the map is like the other person that's in the air's legs. And then the boss room is the feet. You see it. See it. You've seen figure skating before. That's one thing that I have never and will never be able to do is ice skate. My balance is non-existent. Non-existent. I couldn't even balance on a boogie board back in Bermuda. Like, I would do body surfing. Body surfing's easy. You just lay down. Just let the water do its thing. But surfing, or standing on a boogie board and just trying to, like, just coast? Nah. I'm good. Yep, I had a feeling that was going to happen. That's the reason why I did it. I had a feeling. I had the Gitchy. No reason to hit a bomb here. We've got a good amount of HP. And says, oh, he's on the next floor. Yeah, see, and the boss trap room is like the person's head being swung around in a circle or in the air. You know exactly the move I'm talking about. Someone out there is going to make that into an illustration. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. I'm glad that I can inspire artists with my stupidity. Might get lucky. Didn't. So what's significant about this Answers rune is that, assuming we don't get Curse of Loss, which we all know is going to happen, we will be able to go straight to Mom and hope that we find a Fool card. And then it's up to us hitting the Crooked Penny or not. If there's an item that's good enough for me not to Crooked Penny or risk losing, I'm not going to do it. Another HP upgrade here. And Lusty Blood's fantastic. No curse, gonna hit Ansas, and we know where to go. It's kind of a long way, so we got to get a move on here. Also got to hope that we find the Tinted Skull. We could also die out of the we could die out of the boss trap room if we really don't want to be in there. Boss rush room, I mean. But at the same time, we wouldn't be able to get back to the floor, so. And it's kind of a waste of a life as well, so. We've had 2 rooms that are deliberately trying to waste our time here. Thank goodness we have piercing shots. Sagittarius helping us out. Movement speed is on point. Lusty Blood is going to help us out with damage. How that thing's still alive. There's something about, I don't know. I was talking about with Zombolis the other day. There's something about certain tier effects that make you, or at least make me feel like I'm doing less damage. Sagittarius, for some reason, is one of those items. Head of the Keeper is another one that I brought up, where it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm doing, even though my damage stat hasn't changed, and it's kind of weird to even say that, like, oh yeah, it feels like we're dealing less damage, despite the stat sheet's not changing. It's just, there's something about it, and I'm not, by the way, I'm not the only one who feels that way about Head of the Keeper. Without any influence on my audience at all, I've seen people in the comment section just without being prompted or anything, just say like, yeah, it feels like I'm just dealing less damage with Head of the Keeper. I can't explain it. It's like the knockback and the animation. Something happens to make it feel screwy. Gotta really, really book it here. I think we might have a chance. This is one that we have to get. Luckily, it's Blue Mom. Well, luckily and unluckily. Luckily because we can profit out of Lusty Blood. Unluckily, it's because we don't really have a whole lot of targets to shoot. Mom target says she does this pausing stuff. Trying to chunk away. We got 20 seconds. Okay, we did it. Take the Polaroid here. Sulfur is good enough. I'm not going to pass up the chance to get Sulfur here. Capricorn is huge. Moonbender is also big, but yeah, we go Capricorn 100% here.
The fool.
100%. All right. So now we're not on a time crunch. We got Sulfur, which is nice. Helps out with Leviathan. Obviously gives us Brimstone on demand, which is going to very, very quickly scale up in terms of how it works with our damage ups that we're getting from Lusty Blood. Life is good. Doing okay. Nothing quite scales in the game like Brimstone does. Mom's Knife being the exception, I would say. Beelzebub. Big time play from the Crooked Penny that we were able to double that Hive Mind, and the reason why I took both Hive Minds is for this very reason. So we now have a situation where we have flying going into the late game, and that's huge for survivability. Now that being said, we're not totally set here, but we are in a very good spot. Wheel of Fortune, don't really care about Wheel of Fortune. We don't have a bomb, so I can't play. I mean, there's not really any reason to go into the super secret room anyway, but yeah, see, this is why we can't have nice things here. All right. Unfortunately, we don't have mapping anymore. We had mapping for 2 floors, and that's it. But we cannot take bad damage right now. The more things we kill, the faster we're going to be able to kill. Let's see, blood and sulfur were made for each other. Okay, so we're going to find every dead end. All right, here we go. 3 dead ends, everybody. The Emperor card. That's our ace in the hole. Order's kind of whatever. If we find a judgment or something to, you know, we can use that that Wheel of Fortune card actually. Oh, it's good.
The Hierophant.
We can't sit here and just run into the slot machine. Kept trying to call it Wheel of Fortune. Because it can spawn flies, and you don't want that. So, I don't have the patience. I really don't. If we truly needed pickups and stuff like that, like actually really needed, like our survivability depended on it, then yes, I would do it. But we don't need it. A spoon bender would have been amazing for us to get, but unfortunately we can only take 1. Unless if I had used the Crooked Penny. Another dead end, by the way. Which I was not going to let sulfur go. Sulfur is scalability, it is safety, it is survival. Make sure everything's dead. It's hard to tell. So if you're wondering where the charmed bomb flies came from, that's from another Emperor card. That is from the Beelzebub transformation. A little bit of a misplay here. What I should have done is I should have gone back into the curse room and then used the Emperor card. Could have gotten out of there for free, so we could fly in there for free, then teleport out. So it's a little bit of a misplay. We get a range upgrade, which I'm not even gonna take, to be honest. Despite the game. Not allow the game to make a mockery out of us. And I don't think I've seen this many mini bosses in a row in quite a while. This floor, I mean, we started with Gurglings and Lust and Heap and everything else. Unequals power wouldn't be a bad thing for us to get, assuming we could get Devil Deal. Our other Emperor card is a go. We might as well because we have Sulfur. And it was not worth it. You see how quickly our damage scales up here with, or goes up with Lusty Blood, and then that's just going to dominate everything here with Sulfur. Okay. We've already been in the secret room. I think we're just gonna head on down. No, I'm not giving you the satisfaction game. Okay, immediately into a dead end. I'm just gonna. I could let Loki just sit here and spawn a whole bombfly army for us, but who's got that kind of time? But people wondering what the plan is going to be for the big patch. if it releases on time. I believe it's the 18th. The plan is going to be a very long YouTube stream where I'm going to be hanging out with the Mosh Pit. The Twitch streams, I mean, there's going to be Twitch streams as well, but on release day, it's going to be nothing but a big YouTube stream. I have a couple of things planned that I think people will like for the patch, and you know, once we have official patch notes and that sort of things, then we'll go over. We'll do a deep dive into my thoughts of the biggest things that get changed. You know, Ed has stated that they're all buffs, no nerfs, and you know, whether or not that's true or not, I guess we'll find out. But I also have no idea how many changes we're actually going to be seeing, so it's fun to speculate. You know, I don't know if this is a total item redo or if they're going to rework, you know, every single item, do major reworks on stuff. I have no clue. I'm hoping that we get something like that, because that would make this patch probably the most legendary patch that we've ever seen. On top, of course, the online update. Thought about going to get a full charge for sulfur, but then I was like, nah. Shot speed definitely on point here. Range is awesome. 15.35. We can hit from across the universe right now. Mulligan doing its thing. You get a double deal. And boy, howdy. What a double deal. I'm going to take Brimstone Bombs just to activate Polar Invincibility. Don't really want to go do Hush. There's no reason to. And, you know, surprisingly for a not very weird. I mean, this is the month of dead ends right here. We have found more dead ends, I think, in the last week than we did in probably the last 3 months combined, it feels like. Probably not true, so exaggeration, but that's just what it feels like anyway. You know, it's like the humidity factor, like it feels like 410, even though it's technically speaking 85 outside. Heat index is what that's called. And again, I'm very happy that we have flying at the very least. Okay, good. I'm telling you, man, it's the month of dead ends. Yep. 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 Got that dang Doja Cat song stuck in my head. Paint the Town Red. The catchy song. I'm not a huge fan of the verses, but the chorus obviously is super catchy. And like I'd never even watched the video or heard the entire song. I've only heard it through like TikTok and memes and stuff. But I did finally watch the video the other day, and it's got. I need some help here. I'm trying to describe the art style of that video, because it's something that I've seen before, but it's very hard to nail down as a description. It's like it's almost like dream horror fantasy. I don't know what to describe it. How to describe it? It's got like that old timey like 1940s, 1950s vibe with the filters and everything, but it's in color, obviously. But then you have these sort of it's almost Picasso like figures and creatures and stuff that are drawn really weirdly and cartoony sometimes. But then there's also like, you know, there's also like the devil imagery, and then bright colors for certain parts. And she's pushing a meat wagon on a very picturesque hill and stuff in a wheelbarrow. Like it's strange, and I cannot. I was talking about it with Mark the other day, and I was like, dude, I can't. I don't know what style. Like, what do you call this style of art? It's something I've seen before, and it's really hard to nail down. It's sort of similar, kind of, in a if you squint in a way like that. It's sort of similar to Hurt. If you watch the Rapture, one of my favorite songs of all time, if you watch the Rapture video for Hurt on YouTube, it's a little like that, like Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton-ish, but not as characterized as that. I'm talking about the Doja Cat video. Or just go watch the video and tell me what you think. Some artists out there will have to tell me. It's not like contemporary fantasy horror. It's I don't know. It's almost like biblical art mixed with modern art. The reason why I'm trying to nail it down is because I want to try to describe it to Alex, because I would love to do some thumbnails like that. Let me know. You're probably more educated than I am in the arts. Yeah. That's again. I hope one thing I hope for. I really hope that the devs implement some version of what I've always wanted out of Delirium, Hush, Megastan, that sort of thing. I really, really hope that we see a reason to go do the alternate bosses. I have no idea if that's the case, but it would be pretty awesome, because that was something that I had come up with many years ago, talking about giving us a reason to do the extra bosses. And if like that would be a game changer. I mean, I think this whole patch is going to be a game changer. But thank you for watching, everybody. Put your ideas and thoughts about the new patch down below. What are you most excited for? What are you least excited for? Are you looking forward to playing co-op? Remember, I'm going to be doing a big stream on that day, assuming the patch goes live without any interruptions or problems. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, everyone. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Shay Dotan, Avery, and Raphael Lindemann. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.